Hello, America! Let's talk about something blowing in the wind, and for once, it's not the president's latest ludicrous promise. It's the future of offshore wind energy in this country, and thanks to President Trump, it's blowing straight into a wall, a giant orange wall of executive orders. On his first day back in office, like a dog returning to its vomit, Trump reinstated his suspension of offshore wind leases and permits. He also ordered a review of all approved projects. This isn't just some bureaucratic shuffle, it's a wrecking ball to an industry already struggling to find its sea legs. This move effectively puts over 90% of planned U.S. offshore wind projects on hold. That's over 60 gigawatts of clean energy, enough to power roughly 45 million homes, left dangling in the breeze. So, while other countries are harnessing the power of the ocean, we're stuck with the same old hot air. But hey, at least the fossil fuel industry is thrilled. And isn't that what really matters? To understand the sheer lunacy of this decision, let's look at the numbers. The US currently has a measly 0.2 gigawatts of offshore wind capacity. That's right, 0.2. To put that into perspective, Britain, a country that makes our coastline look like a puddle, has a whopping 14 gigawatts. And it's not just the big picture that's bleak. This suspension has sent shockwaves through the entire industry. Vineyard Offshore, a major player in the game, had to cut 50 jobs. Ørsted, the world's largest wind developer, publicly lamented that their US projects were their most painful investment. Shell, the oil giant trying to dip its toes into the renewable pool, pulled out of the Atlantic Shores project, losing a cool $1 billion. The message is clear. Investing in US offshore wind is about as appealing as playing roulette with a rigged wheel. America, we're supposed to be leaders, not laggards. But when it comes to offshore wind, we're trailing behind like a wheezing marathon runner who stopped for a hot dog. Europe, China, even bloody Britain, they're all leaving us in their wake. While they're building massive wind farms and creating thousands of jobs, we're busy arguing about whether climate change is real. It's like watching a bunch of toddlers trying to build a Lego castle while one kid keeps smashing it with a toy hammer. The rest of the world sees the potential of offshore wind. They see a future of clean energy, green jobs, and energy independence. But all we see is a threat to our precious fossil fuel industry. It's enough to make you wonder, what exactly are we waiting for? A giant windmill to fall on the White House? Because at this rate, that might be the only thing that gets through. So, where do we go from here? The future of US offshore wind is about as clear as a glass of oil spill. The Trump administration's actions have created a climate of uncertainty and fear. Investors, both domestic and international, are understandably hesitant to pour money into a sector that could be blown off course by the whims of a single orange-hued man-child. The clean energy goals we set for ourselves, yeah, those are looking about as likely as Trump admitting he lost the popular vote. The East Coast, facing rising energy demands and a shrinking supply of land for renewable projects, was banking on offshore wind. Now they're left scrambling for alternatives, like building more fossil fuel plants, which is about as helpful as putting a band-aid on a gunshot wound. This isn't just about wind turbines, it's about our future. If your video feed looks empty, you're missing out. We get it, life's busy. But subscribing is free and helps us make more content you love. Hit that button and join our community. It takes a second but means the world to us. Thanks for the support.